What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another video on Eagles News Now. I'm Professor Wrestler Chris Wild, live from bar 4133, and I'm not wearing a watch, but I can tell you it's time. It is that time again, Eagle fans, that another player, somewhat high profile, rather asks for a trade and gets released, and we're telling Howie Roseman to go out and get him. That's right, we want him. We want this guy. Well, today's player is running back Leonard Fournette, formerly of the Jacksonville Jaguars, who just got released this morning. Now, I was half joking about telling Howie to go get this guy. I mean, look, it does seem like any kind of free agent, high profile, or a disgruntled player we kind of want to trade for or get on our team. But look, this guy, Leonard Fournette, he could possibly help this team. He really could. But I want to talk about the negatives first. The negatives of possibly signing him if his salary clears through waivers. I think his salary would be $4.2 million if he doesn't clear waivers. I'm not sure on that, but it does sound right. So the negatives, the Jacksonville Jaguars tried to trade him. Apparently their GM, and he could not be telling the truth. I mean, imagine that. Said he couldn't get a sixth or a seventh from him. Couldn't even get any draft picks for this guy when they tried to trade him. I don't know if I buy that. The reason why is because it seems to me like the Jacksonville Jaguars are definitely trying to tank after trading away Yannick Ngakoue, now getting rid of Leonard Fournette. It just seems like they were going to get rid of him no matter what, which they did. Also, character issues. That's a big thing. Supposedly he has some character issues. Now, look, I heard the same thing about LeGarrette Blount when we signed him, that this guy was like a cancer in the locker room and nobody liked him. LeGarrette Blount ended up being one of the most likable guys in the locker room and helped us win a Super Bowl. So, again, take the character issue thing with a grain of salt, even though in both players' cases, they do have a past that documents that. So those to me are the negatives. Also, if you look at Pro Football Focus, does not like Leonard Fournette at all. I'll post the graphic up where they have him ranked rushing-wise. Again, I don't know if, again, you should take that for a grain of salt as well. His yards per carry are not very good. I think the past 3 years it's been a little bit over three yards a carry, and then last year was about 4. So that is a big negative there. Now the positives to bringing in a Leonard Fournette. This team desperately needs that LeGarrette Blount, Jordan Howard type replacement, in my opinion. Just my opinion. Now, Corey Clement they're saying that he looks like Super Bowl Corey. Again, if that's the case and he can stay healthy, then you don't need a veteran. But if Miles Sanders, for some reason, knock on wood, does not compete in all 16 games for us, you're left with Boston Scott, Corey Clement, and Adrian Killens or Elijah Holyfield, who Elijah Holyfield could fill in that LeGarrette Blount spot as well. Now look, Leonard Fournette, also, let's go through his stats from when he was in Jacksonville. He was there for 3 years, had 2,631 yards and 17 touchdowns. Last year, he was coming off of an injury, was 7th in rushing yards, had 1,152 rushing yards, 0 fumbles. On 265 attempts, he only had 3 touchdowns, but he also had some receiving yards, which, you know, Eagle running backs like to catch the ball. 76 receptions for 522 yards, so he did have a productive year last year. And look, Jacksonville was not the best team. They had the quarterback carousel going with Nick Foles and Gardner Minshew, and it was a mess. Still was somewhat productive there. He's only 25 years old. And again, he's a former number 4 pick overall in the 2017 draft. The Eagles were looking to sign Carlos Hyde, whose yards per carry are not great either. LaShawn McCoy, who probably doesn't have much left in the tank. And then Devontae Freeman, who's still, I guess, wanting a big contract and sitting on the sidelines, hasn't signed with the team. So if Leonard Fournette in a new environment, with now a chip on his shoulder, can come in and do something for this team, get those hard to get rushing yards, or just look, it really causes a great dynamic when you have 3 guys that do different things. Miles Sanders, Fournette, and Boston Scott. I think that or Corey Clement. I think the 4 of them give you a hell of a backfield and something awesome for Deuce Staley to work with. That's just my opinion. If I was Howie, I would not be blowing this guy's phone up trying to sign him, but I would definitely inquire and see what it would take to get him on the Philadelphia Eagles, as running back is also an important position. Again, just my opinion, guys. That's all I got for today. It was awesome going on 4th and John's Sunday night dinner show yesterday after my own live stream where I did about a 20-minute rant about all the injuries that we have occurred. Thank you to the 4th and John, to Gail, for having me on. I'll leave the link to that show in the community section. Definitely check it out. It was great talking Eagles with them as I've watched them forever. Well, that's it, guys. Stay safe, stay healthy. Go Birds. As always, I'll see you later.
E-A-G-L-E-S Eagles! E-A-G-L-E-S Eagles!
I need Eagle Nation to stand.